What's going on, guys? How's everything going? Excited for the stream tonight. Pretty excited for the stream. It's always good. It's always a lot of fun. I haven't played this game probably since my last stream, so I'm looking forward to play it a little bit. Man, I've beat most of these races. What in the world? Oh, all the new stuff is up here. Well, how about we drive up there? Let's beat this course first, though. Lexus ambassadors in the house. How's it going, man? What? I need to turn around. What the heck? What? That was weird. My camera was like stuck in that view. How's the stream, guys? Can you hear the game at all? Hold on. Why can't you hear the game? What in the world? What is going on? I had this issue last time. Alright. Is that better? Can you guys hear it? Let me know if it's too loud, for sure. What's happening, guys? Did you guys have a good weekend? Is everyone all caught up on the Lexus news? The little Easter egg video I posted on the upcoming EV for Lexus, and of course you have the plug-in hybrid Rav4. That was a fun video to make, especially, I mean, I was totally taken aback by the new Mirai. Oof, a lot of people have been talking about how that should have been the new GS, and I might agree with that, but alas, I don't think the GS is going to come back anytime soon. I don't know why. It's not selling well, but arguably it's not selling well because it is has been neglected. But Red Elephants is in the house. What's going on? Red Elephants, he donated to me last time so I could answer some questions and things like that. So thanks again, Red Elephants. I appreciate it. Faisal. It's good. Good. You guys can hear it. I may have just butchered your name. It could be Faisal. It could be Faisal. I have no idea. Where are hydrogen refueling stations other than California? There are some in Hawaii, I've heard. There are some in Japan. And from what I've heard, one of my viewers told me, like, the Japanese government is pushing hard hydrogen there. And that's why Toyota is so hell-bent on hydrogen. I don't know if that's true. I would assume that's true. It makes a lot of sense on why they don't give it up, even though there's no infrastructure for it. I understand. If the infrastructure existed, it would be a great technology. It is a good technology. But it's all hypothetical because there's nowhere to fill up your hydrogen tanks. So someone who lives in the Midwest cannot drive. No, you cannot drive a Mirai unless you drive in California, Hawaii, Japan. There might be some places in Europe. And then I heard they're going to be putting in some stations in the Northeast. Maybe that would be like New York area or Boston. I don't know. We'll have to see. But it's exciting, but they should, in my opinion, they should have the Mirai as two options: hydrogen fuel cell and fully electric, like battery electric, I should say, because technically hydrogen is electric, but you know what I'm saying. You guys know what I'm saying. Jesse Fernandez in the house. GS sales are low just due to the price and style. Yeah, I mean, no one The thing is, I mean, the price isn't too bad. The style. The thing is, the car's old at this point, and to no, the market is not a sedan market right now, and that is a big factor. The market's all about crossovers, which again, it's surprising that the Mirai, they decided to create a sedan Mirai instead of a crossover. But anyways, I like it. I think it's awesome, but still. A car that's out of date, you can get an RC. Yeah, I mean the RC is cheaper, but I mean if you need to have 4 doors and put people in the back, then you need to go with the GS if you want that all-wheel drive action. Until the ES all-wheel drive comes out, but even then, ES does not drive like a GS. Even the F Sport doesn't. It still drives very much like an ES. So. Oh my gosh. This Avant does not handle very well. It's got great power. What'd you guys do today? I had a super busy day. Like, this is the most chill part of my day today. My day's been really crazy. In a good way. It's been crazy in a good way, but it's just been non-stop. But what have you guys been doing on your weekend, especially your Sunday? And this is a long race. Still in the first lap here. Red Elephants. I chose a GS because of all-wheel drive. Yeah, I understand that. It's a good reason. The F Sport is very fun. It is. I wish Lexus would come out with something to compete with Tesla high-performance plug-in. Amen. You're not the only one. I think most enthusiasts at this point for the brand want that. Lexus can't come out with it soon enough. But, I mean, the Tokyo Motor Show is going to tell us a lot about where their vision is for their first EV. I think it being a city vehicle, city vehicle meaning it's going to be, let's say, UX sized, but probably have a lot more usable space on the inside because you don't, I mean, assuming the batteries are going to be at the very bottom of the vehicle with the motors, right? So you should have more cabin space and you don't have any necessity for there to be a super big hood or front end of the car if there's no gasoline motor in there. So we'll see. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to talk to you guys about it. Maybe one of these days, maybe I'll be able to go to the 2021 Tokyo Motor Show. Gosh, how cool would that be? Because then I could live stream it for you guys. That'd be so much fun. It's definitely possible. Definitely possible. Kansu. Forget Tesla. Lexus should set their eyes on opening or competing with the Taycan in the future. Well, the Taycan is an amazing vehicle. I'd love to drive one. It's definitely a luxury vehicle. Model S is super fast. It is a very nice vehicle, but in terms of luxury components to it, in terms of materials on the inside, build quality, fit and finish. It's not going to come close to a Porsche or a Lexus for sure, but it's no denying its performance. And I think the Model S does look good. Is the Taycan a better looking car? Yes. Then you have to realize Tesla is a volume seller. They are Toyota's luxury brand, and sales numbers and profitability is very important to them. So even though it would be cool, and they will eventually compete with the Taycan, but that's probably 5 years from now. Their first attempt is going to be a small car that appeals to the masses. The Taycan does not appeal to the masses. It appeals to the one percenters, I guess. So, yep. Lexus Ambassador, LF Limitless taking over LS as flagship Halo vehicle. I hope so. The LS right now is, I have talked about the LS before. I love it. I love the older ones more than the current one, but yeah, the current market doesn't love big luxury sedans. They want big luxury SUVs or small luxury SUVs. And I think if they had a luxury, high-end luxury crossover to compete maybe more so with like the Cayenne turbos and Audi Q, what is it, the Q8? Now the RX kind of does, but it's not nearly as expensive. So yeah, I think that would be a smart route to go. I don't think they'll ever get rid of the LS. I mean, you look at Toyota and their sedans, they're not getting rid of the Camry or the Avalon or the Corolla anytime soon. So, oh shoot, there's a typhoon going on. Hopefully it fizzles out and misses Japan. I hope it does not get delayed. That would be heartbreaking. Jesse Fernandez, I think Lexus has the best sounding engines. Well, they do a really good job. I know you're talking about the ISF Sport, and I have a review on, I think that was one of the newer ISF Sports. Can't remember exactly the year. And in the review, I'm like, this car just sounds so good. It sounds great. Now, I understand some people out there do not like engine noises, but we're not in a fully electric world yet where there is no engine noise. So in the meantime, I will appreciate a good engine note coming from the motor. Yeah, and the sound does make you feel like you're going faster. You're more in tune with the car. It gets you excited more. It does. I mean, I could say that. So in the LS 500, and pretty much all the LSs, they do have lots of torque and lots of power, but they're so quiet when they go about it that you don't really notice how fast you're going. That's the insane thing. And with the LS 500, I feel like it's pretty close to what a high-end electric car will kind of perform like. It's not quite as fast. The engine, you do hear the engine a little bit more, but in terms of the torque and the response and the power throughout the whole rev range, it does give me an idea of kind of what high-end electric cars drive like, because it is so quiet and so smooth. It has power everywhere. So ISF coming back, let's hope so. I think there's a good chance it will with the next generation. I don't know what kind of power plant they'll put in it. It could be a high-performance hybrid, or maybe they make a full electric, Or maybe they put a twin turbo V8 in there. Who knows? Typhoon Hagibis. Sergeant Kobe, what's up? There's a Rav4 plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming out in about a year from now. It'll be exciting. And then a year from that, so in 2 years, we'll get the NX, the redesigned NX and the plug-in hybrid. I still maintain that dropping V8 from the LS was a mistake. One can get V8 in BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Panamera, A8, Genesis, but not LS. Yeah, I mean, I hear you, man. I do love that twin turbo V6, but there is something about the smoothness of a V8. Yeah. And the nostalgia from the 400 to the 430 to the 460. I mean, why don't you just put the 5-liter V8 in there? But the 5-liter V8 doesn't have... Well, they could tune it. Here's the thing. The current LS doesn't really need 470 horsepower like you see in the GSF or the LC500. They could tune it more for torque, I think. So it could maybe put around 400 pound-feet of torque and maybe 440 horsepower. But at the same time, the current 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 already kind of does that. So, yes. I know it's not as smooth. Understand that. It might not be as reliable because twin turbos, there's just a lot more equipment in there. So, but if anyone can make a reliable turbo motor or twin turbo motor, it's Toyota and Lexus, that's for sure. Test drove ES when I bought the GS. GS seems so much faster, same engine. GS handles great in turns as well. Hate to see the GS go, but it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Enjoy your GS while you have it. Who knows? It might not be around for long. Train services were delayed in even the Suzuka Grand Prix too. That's not good. ES is great. Well, at least for me, somewhat affordable. Yeah. ES is awesome. So the Typhoon should be done by in a couple days though, right? Typhoons are essentially hurricanes, and hurricanes, I mean, Japan's not that big. It's not nearly as big as the United States, and it only takes a few days for that typhoon to clear out. Usually. I mean, I don't know I know there are instances where it can just sit on a place and just utterly destroy it, like it happened to New Orleans and Katrina. It happened to Houston a couple years ago with Harvey, where it just dumped ridiculous amounts of rain on them. And it just happened to the Bahamas, the northern Bahamas, the Abacos. Like Freeport just got decimated because the hurricane just sat there. What are you going to do? Just get destroyed. That's Mother Nature. When I drove the new LS, it was fast, but the launch was underwhelming. I feel like it launches well, but I don't drive them that much. I don't drive them as much as I'd like to. I like the sound of the Crown platform being used for the next IS. I hope that's the case. That's my gut feeling. So we'll see. What is the price? What will the price range be for the new IS? Probably kind of where it's at now. Well, it might go up a little bit, but I would say 45 to 60. Again, that's a guess. ISF with a twin turbo V6 would be pretty awesome. It's snowstorm in some parts of the United States, reducing temperatures to most states to about 50 degrees. Yeah, that was just west of me. It got pretty cold here in Nebraska. It was about 34 degrees on Saturday. No, Friday was really cold. I have no idea where my car is. Oh, there it was. I saw it. Okay. Let's do this. Infiniti just pulled out of our market. Infiniti just pulled out of Europe, I think. And they pulled out of somewhere else as well. Didn't they just pull out of Australia? Is that where your market is? Yeah, the sales are terrible, even in America. Yeah, they pulled out of Australia, exactly. Yeah, that's nuts. That is nuts. Infiniti. I don't know if Infiniti is going to be around for another 5 years or not. That's crazy to me. I mean, the current car market is so uncertain. It is crazy times to be in the car market. Crazy, crazy times. Gosh, why is everything so far away from my car? All these races. Are they out of ideas with Infiniti? Well, I mean, you got to remember their parent company is Nissan and Renault and Mitsubishi. Well, not really Mitsubishi, but mainly Nissan Renault. And they're not doing so well either. I went to our Infiniti dealership in our network, and I test drove the QX50, which is a competitor to our NX. And I returned the vehicle. Well, okay, so here's what happened. We swapped cars with some of our other luxury dealerships to just kind of get an idea of how they are, and if we have people cross shopping, we can talk about the pros and cons of the competitors' vehicles. So we got the QX50, which I thought it was actually a pretty decent ride. A little bit more power than our NX. Interior not quite as nice, and you don't get nearly as many standard safety features. Lexus knocks it out of the park with that. So like the NX, I'm gonna pause real quick. The NX, our $45,000 sticker car, will have like heated steering wheel, heated ventilated seats, things like that. The QX50 will get a panoramic sunroof, which isn't available in the NX. That was one thing that I liked better about the QX50. It's a nice pano sunroof, but it didn't have a heated steering wheel. It didn't have radar cruise control. It didn't have like lane keep assist. It didn't have ventilated seats, and that it all costs the same as the Lexus. So it was really, really strange. It's a little bit bigger than the NX, but it's certainly a competitor to it. So anyways, we swapped cars. Brought them the NX, and we took the QX50 from them, and we drove it around for a day or so, and we brought it back, and I was talking to the general manager there, or the general sales manager, and he was saying how, things have been tough for them ever since their CEO got put behind bars. He was embezzling money and buying yachts and doing crazy things. And that was the CEO for Infiniti, Nissan, Renault. And he said it's just been tough for them. One thing about the QX50 that drove me nuts is that at a stop, the car was utterly gutless because of the CVT transmission. There's just no response from the vehicle from a stop. If you're out on the freeway, though, if you're already up to speed and you punch it, it does a really good job, and it simulates the gears extraordinarily well. I would say about as well as our UX200 simulates the gears with that car CVT. But in terms of the launch, it was laughable. And that's why Lexus, with their UX, with the CVT, they put a real first gear. It's essentially a launch gear. So they're smart enough to know that people are going to notice how gutless it is at a stop. So they put in a real gear. Infiniti, I don't know if they just didn't see that as an issue. It's a huge issue. Oh, I just took the wrong turn. Can I cut? Oh.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Anyways, that's enough me ranting about the QX50. US and China. I could see them doing okay in China. Yeah, Infinities are priced so high for what you get. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Genesis aren't performing well in Australia. We only have the G80 and G70. That's it. Well, I don't think Genesis is doing well anywhere. I don't see any Genesis on the road. Any. It's crazy. It's not that they're bad cars. I think people just don't know about them. I think they're great cars. I think they're really good cars for the money too. I would say I'd put them almost up there in terms. I would put them about on the same tier as Infiniti, except and maybe Acura right now. I think they have come that far. I out of those three automakers, if I was buying a sedan, I would definitely get a Genesis sedan. So I think that 3.3 Turbo 6 is amazing. Nobody knows what their flagship is. The G90, which I don't know if I've seen before in person. Maybe I have at an auto show or something. What older model Lexus do you think won't go out of style? I mean, still look attractive and classy. The LX 470, the GX 460, and I think the LS 400 first and second generation look great. I don't think the LS 430 has held up well over time. I think that design is ugly. The LS 400 to me is very, very beautiful still. Very classy. LS 460, time will tell. I think the GS sedan will hold up pretty well with its styling. The 2007 to 2012 ES has held up really well. I think it looks better than the 2013 to 18 model. That's subjective. I think the first generation IS, although you don't see too many, and the ones you do see usually aren't that well kept, I think that has held up really well. The second generation has not. I think the third generation, which we have now, looks really good and will hold up its image very well. The RX, it's hard to say. The NX, also hard to say. The RC will hold up very well. The LC will always look like a freaking amazing vehicle. And the LFA, of course, but that's a supercar, so it should always look good. Q60 was the only good Infiniti in my opinion. Yeah, it's a Q60. Yeah, the three-row SUV. They sell a ton of them. Can we get Levinson sound in the NX? Yeah, you can. In the 2020s, you can. They're expensive for what they are. That's why nobody wants it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, sorry. It just kicked my computer case cover thing. So hopefully it wasn't too loud for you. Oh, the Genesis is expensive for what they are. Yeah, maybe. Here's the thing. If you tout yourself as a luxury brand and you have the cheapest luxury cars, people probably aren't going to regard you as luxury. Or you're like, oh, it's cheap brand. I don't want cheap things. I buy expensive things. People buy BMWs and Mercedes because they're expensive. Sometimes that's one of the major reasons. Oh, Lexus. Oh, they're too middle of the road price range wise. They must not be as good. That's literally the logic of some rich people. Not all of them, but some of the Mercedes buyers. It's like, Lexus. That's just a fancy Toyota. That their car costs 10 grand less. It must be shit. So I'm gonna get this Audi. Look, that is literally the mindset of some people. James Chandler, what's up? You're saying 2020 RX 450h or 350? Well, I think the 2020 350s they drive better than the 2019s, which you probably saw my review where I talk about that. And the 450h is still going to be better than the 350. Now, that's just my opinion. Some people hate hybrids. They're like, hybrids. I don't want better fuel economy. I don't want a smoother ride. That's just more stuff to go wrong, and I only own my car for 3 years anyways. You can't try to convince people. You can just tell them the facts, and then you let them make the decision. Hybrid's a better vehicle, in my opinion. Smoother, quieter, more efficient, more power. What else do you want? Do I work for Lexus? Yeah. Well, kind of. Kind of. Sergeant Kobe, I'll go for an all-new Ford Expedition or Explorer over Genesis. Huh? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Does Genesis even have an SUV right now? So, I don't know if they have anything to compete with that. James is saying you're not sure the hybrid all-wheel drive is beneficial. What do you mean? Are you like in a really warm climate where you would never need all-wheel drive, or? Kansu says, ow, I just bit my mouth. Ow. He didn't say that, I said that. He says we're all about hybrids here down under. Ow. And in the month, you'll go for a 19 Murano because they're cheap in the month of October. I would only lease a Murano, dude. I wouldn't buy one. If you're going to buy a Murano, just buy go get a Highlander or something. Highlander is a better vehicle. And the 2020 Highlander is coming out soon, which is a redesign. So if you want a really good deal on a Highlander, it might be a good idea to start shopping in November, December timeframe. Yeah, the ES350 might only be a USA vehicle or a Japan vehicle. I could see them selling it in Japan. Oh, James, you're saying 87 gas that you can put in the 350 versus the premium with the hybrid. Breaks even, saves environment. Need all-wheel drive, but not confident it will be safer. Well, the hybrid is heavier, so that should give you better traction in the snow or wherever you need all-wheel drive for. And I wouldn't worry about it. If you're off-roading regularly, you shouldn't get an RX. You should get like a GX or LX. The RX will do it. The hybrid RX will do it. But if you're like in the mountains or something, a GX might be a better option. But I mean, you can't go wrong with either the hybrid or the all-wheel drive RX. They're both great vehicles. Sergeant Kobe, why do you think the 19 Murano is going for 20K? I'm not even playing the game anymore. There we go. We can look up some cars together. That's always fun. Okay. They don't sell 350s in Japan? That's crazy. Yeah, it is sad the US doesn't have the blade scan headlights that I think Europe and Japan gets. Australia might get them too. They're super cool. Super, super cool. Get it, the Highlander is better, but the shape of it is out of whack. Yeah, the Highlander's ugly. The new one coming out looks better, but the current one's kind of ugly. Wait. When did America ban sequential indicators? Doesn't the Mustang have those? I think there's a few cars in America that has them. No lake effects, no? Yeah. The all-wheel drive RX and the hybrid will do fine. You gotta remember, in the wintertime, your hybrid's not gonna get as good as gas mileage either. Just kind of a bummer. Well, I know they're incentivizing the Murano well. I know they're incentivizing it well. But it's a $20,000 mid-size SUV. It's probably not the best quality. Just saying. I just don't want you to make a bad decision. You know, Murano's a nice car, has lots of features, but unless you're leasing it, I wouldn't buy one. Leasing is something different altogether. For the most part. I'm waiting for the 450H Nightfall Mica Luxury due in November. Is it coming for you? Did you order one, or do you know one's coming to your dealership? I ever drove a Tesla. Try it out sometime. I've never driven one. I will eventually, and I will probably do a little review on one for you guys. Probably, this is a video I've thought of. It's like Lexus fanboy drives Tesla or something like that. It'll be fun. I've driven in one. It was a Model 3 rear-wheel drive. I think it was range extended version, rear-wheel drive. Very smooth. Very plain on the inside. I sat in the front for a while. Kind of played with the big touchscreen, which is cool. It's definitely cool. I liked the vent system in it. The air conditioning or the airflow system in it's really nice. Very futuristic. Yeah, power delivery was good. Again, I wasn't driving. I was in the back seat, so I can't really tell you how good it was, but It felt pretty good, nice and smooth. Since the roof is made out of glass, you had a weird echo effect on the interior. And the road noise was actually really loud. Way louder than I was expecting. Yeah. So I was expecting the vehicle to be super, super quiet. Quieter than a Lexus because it doesn't have a gas engine, right? And it was louder than any Lexus I've ever driven. Isn't that weird? That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So something to think about. Yeah. Hi, Rolla says, how are you doing? I love your show. Thanks, man. Thank you for watching. I love you too, bro. Well, I think they confuse drivers who are following too closely with... This is not... Let's see here. Oh man, you guys are getting into the nitty gritty of the sequential turn signals. It's fun though. Yeah, we have all sorts of rules, laws, regulations. Every country does. Well, the Western countries have tons and tons of rules and regulations for things. I'll say that. You go to India, you go to China, not as many. However, in China, if you don't obey the rules there, you get cut. Let's see. I ordered one and signed the... okay. Okay, cool. Cool, exciting, man. Congratulations. You got one coming in. I hope it's everything you like it to be. Problem is all the features, and Lexus has almost all of them, and the reliability. Yeah. Yeah. They do. They have options. I can look at the Murano price drop drastically. I have options from Jaguar crossover to Murano. What? You can find a Jaguar crossover price similar to a Murano? That what? Someone put an exhaust on a Tesla and it sounded crazy. What is this, some fake noise or something? Let's see here. Oh, yeah. A lot of our motor traffic laws in the United States are very outdated. Very outdated. It's so dumb. So dumb. Laws, man, laws. They're supposed to be there to protect us, keep everything in line. But sometimes they just don't make any sense. And they prevent us from having a good time, right? Lexus Ambassador 2020 LS changes you shared. Quiet interior are good moves, yep. Assume there have been some complaints about the interior noise on the new LS design with intentional drivetrain noise getting away from the original, OG LS. Yeah, well, they wanted to make a sportier LS because they're like, oh, that's where the market shifted to. And there's some truth to that. But stay true. Stay true, LS, to yourself. And that's what you didn't entirely do 100%. So, yeah. I feel like the F Sport really doesn't feel any different than the normal LS. It has bigger brakes, but other than that, it feels very similar. So I feel like the standard LS should all be about super quiet, soft, comfy ride. If you want the sport mode or sport version, get the F Sport, which is going to have maybe a stiffer dampers and bigger wheels and things like that. 20-inch wheels on an LS, not a big fan of it. I'd be fine with 18-inch wheels. Let's see here. I don't know how that person did it, but Google it and hear the sound of a Tesla with exhaust. I'll have to do it on my spare time. I can't really play videos while I'm streaming because of copyright stuff. Flames shooting out the pipes. That sounds so ridiculous. Alright guys, you want to look at some Lexus vehicles in South Florida? Because that's one of my favorite pastimes. Well, we're looking at the LS 400 here. There's not really any that interesting in my neck of the woods down there, but if you go a little bit further out, there were some that are pretty enticing. I don't know if I looked at this one yet. 186 thou, 95 LS. Well maintained, all work done. Fully serviced in Miami. It's almost a daily driver. Full rotors and brakes replaced. That's nice. No vacuum leaks. Timing belt. Ka-ching! If you can find one that doesn't need a timing belt. The hood looks different though. You see this? Maybe it's probably just paint fading from the Florida sun. All right. Yeah, that's what it is. I think. No, I think it is. That's just paint fading. It's kind of cool though. Silver on the top, gold on the sides. A steering wheel still looks great. I love the old school LSs so much. Lexus on screen is now cheap, about $3K. Yep. This one's real nice too. This one's 207,000 miles, but it's only $2,000. Running great. Wants to get rid of it because he bought a motorcycle. Let's look at these pics. And he did a good job detailing it. Pretty solid little whip here. I would happily drive this thing off into the sunset. Yeah. I love the gold package. A lot of them have the gold package, yeah. All right, let's keep looking. This one I didn't have enough pictures on. At least I didn't feel like I did. But this looks pretty nice as well. 250 thou. They're asking quite a bit for it. But that could be pretty decent right there. Got another favorite Lexus to look at? Yeah. Let's look around. Crazy thing is, these were all on here in my last stream. So here's an old Land Cruiser. Oh, these things look so cool. Ah, love it. Gosh, these things are so cool. Your uncle owns an LX like that in Burma. Burma of all places, man. That's crazy. I've actually been in Burma. I went to Burma once. It was just for like a couple minutes, but I've been there. The best Brit. Hello. Land Cruiser Cygnus. That's interesting. Where are you all from? Well, all over, dude. Some people are watching from Australia, which I don't know what time it is there. It's probably like 11 a.m. there. 11 a.m. Yeah. 9:48 p.m. there. Yep. So you're on the East Coast, Sergeant Kobe. Kanzu, it's 12:46 p.m. Is that right? Is that right? 12:46 p.m. Yeah, that's okay. That sounds right. That sounds right. You're right. I was thinking I was on East Coast, and I was trying to do the math in my head. But anyways, I was within an hour. Within an hour, that's pretty good. 2:46 a.m. and at the British Isles. Yeah, Australia lives in the future and on the upside down version of Earth. It's crazy. I saw one of these the other day. They're so cool. Oh man. I saw a white one. You're just like, what the heck is this? Mitsubishi Montero, man. Freaking gnarly. Back when Mitsubishi made good vehicles. Well, most of the Japanese automakers made really good vehicles in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. And then some of them have kind of fallen away. Love the GX too. Anyone else from Britain? No? Well, sometimes I get some Brits in here. It's pretty... Yeah, for some reason I don't see a whole lot of British people follow my channel. Every once in a while. I think I have someone from Scotland who follows my channel. Oh, the Pajero. Instead of the Montero. Yeah. Different names for different parts of the world. I mean, you guys in Australia call the GX, well, you don't get exactly the GX. You get the Toyota version, which is the Prado, which is a really nice vehicle. Some of those cars are grayer in the air in London. I don't know what that means. I don't get it. This thing looks like brand new. It's got 2.25 miles on it. Prado's the best sellers next to the Hilux and CX-5. CX-5, a Mazda? Mazda does really well down under? That's strange. That is strange indeed. This one looks good. 159,000 miles. Not bad. Oh my gosh, how many pictures of this thing do they have? We're gonna look at all of them. 150,000 miles. Let's look. So far, so good. It's got the Mark 11 in it. Okay, so in 2000, was it 2006 they added VVTi on the GX? I don't remember. I think I looked through all the pictures already, but that is cool. Get a British design, it will last 10,000 years, so the Queen says. God bless her. Yeah, there's not that many British cars out there. Got a Pokemon card. I think that's Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon GX. There you go. There it is. $10. I can get a GX for $10, guys. It's amazing. What is this Datsun? Look at this thing. Holy smokes. Oh, look at this restoration. What is this? You see this interior? That is so crazy. What is this car? Ooh. $3,000? 2,500 for an LS? What's wrong with it? For LS 430, what's wrong with this? And this thing looks awesome. I wonder if it's got like a salvage title or something. That is crazy. Yeah, I know. Probably flooded. I don't know. I don't know. Even if it was flooded, 2,500 for an LS 430. And I'm here trying to get a GS 300 for 9K. Yeah, well, 9K Australian dollars are definitely not 9K American dollars. It's probably like 6K or something. $6,000 in American. What? That is crazy. Can't believe that just popped up. And I was searching for GX. Let me type in LS430 and see if that comes up. See if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. This is the car. So we got more information on it. What? Oh, there you go. Look at the back. A little damage on the rear trunk lid there. I mean, the rest of the car looks pretty clean, though. Pretty darn clean. Yeah. I would have a hard time not buying that car. So all the Lexuses there are sold as their JDM counterparts. Okay. That is crazy. Crazy, crazy cheap. Ooh, look at this thing. Ooh. This looks brand new. So the LS430, I like the interior of it usually better than the LS400, but I like how the LS400 looks on the outside. Man. Some tasty LSs down in Florida. Tell you what, guys. I gotta look at the 400 now. I've been following this one for a while. He keeps lowering the price on it. It's pretty darn clean. I mean, the seat is Florida sun damage, but what are you gonna do? Pretty darn clean. How cheap can you find an LC500? I don't know. Maybe like 65 grand or 70 grand. 60, maybe in the 60s. Which is crazy because they retail for like 90. So they have in this, yeah, they've not kept their value well. Yeah, 65K for an LC500. I bet there might be one out there. So we're gonna look. If I can find it. LS C500. I have no idea. We'll type in any. We're gonna type in max price. We're gonna type in 70 grand and see what comes up. Look at this. Look at this, mofo. Right here. 65,900. 16,000 miles on it. I didn't want to mofo. I was just playing by saying mofo. It's just totally playing as a bro to bro. But yeah, they're out there, man. Isn't that crazy? It's absolutely insane how much that vehicle's dropped in value. Oh. Have you considered an 07 GS350? No, I haven't. No, I have not. Javier donating $1. Javier, what's up, man? Thanks for the support. Really appreciate it. I'm going to take a drink for you of delicious purified water. Oh, thanks, Javier. Just get to think fast, loud, big stops. I had the best Brit. I have no idea what you're saying. Yeah, the LS. Yeah, the LS's value has gone down too. Maybe not as much as the LC, but yeah. Well, just have it exported. Just have the car exported. You could probably get it to Australia. Oh, the problem is you can't because you drive on the other side of the road. That's an issue. Okay. Water has a taste to it. No, it's just fresh water, man. What's wrong? Water does have a taste. It tastes great. Yeah. Yep. Some of the bottled water has nutrients which taste like sugar now. That sound. Oh, you mean. Yeah, like for example, some of them will have artificial sweeteners like sucralose in there, which is terrible for you. So, no, this is actually alkaline water with electrolytes. So it has magnesium and potassium in it. Is water wet? If it's above freezing, yes. What are the reasons for the LC500 losing value? Shocking since Lexus is pretty good at keeping its value. It's the market, man. No one wants to buy coupes right now. That's essentially what it is. And then the new ones aren't selling either. So, yeah. It's the market. Yep. I think the LC in white looks the best. Ugh. Look at this. Look at this. The LC in white looks so good. It's got the red seats. I think it's Alcantara, which does not doesn't do well with the weathering. Gosh, this guy drinks a Coke in his LC. Oh, no. No. It doesn't mean he's a bad person. He doesn't do what I would do, which is not ever put a poisonous liquid that can stain the vehicle. Oh, come on, bro. Is anyone else cringing? Anyone else cringing with the Coke can in there? Anyone have an idea why SUVs are such a craze nowadays? Yeah, I do. Hopefully I'll find an LCF for cheap one day. You never know. It doesn't exist right now, so I get that there are families to haul, but they don't have... Maybe, yeah, minivans in America are considered like super ugly. People don't like driving them here, even though they're like the most practical, space-efficient vehicle you can buy. People hate them. People would rather have a cool SUV. Oh, and people really want all-wheel drive, which you can get in the Sienna, but they'd rather just have an SUV. So, yeah, Coke in the LC, it's a sin, man. It's a straight sin. Oh, it makes me sick. It probably has Coke stains all over this thing. That's why it's selling for 65 grand. Oof, 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 oof. This looks like a Florida car. Yeah, it is. This thing's in Florida. This one is probably somewhere on the West Coast. This one is a Florida car. I could tell just by the house, the bricks, the landscaping. I mean, that's Florida through and through, man. Through and through. Boynton Beach. You guys want to see where Boynton Beach is? It is on the East Coast. I've never been there, but we're going to a little satellite view. And there's Boynton Beach here. I lived in Ave Maria for a couple months at most. And then I moved to Naples. And I lived on one of these streets for many years. English Oaks Lane. Lived on this street for many years. And then I moved and I lived in these apartments for a long time. Beautiful pool. A great pool there. Super awesome pool. Yeah, there's my life in a nutshell. Florida man poisons Lexus with stain. Yeah, no kidding. Really want the structural blue LC, flare yellow LC interior. I don't think they make it like that. But it'd be cool to see. Well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. If you have any last questions, let me know. Hope to make some good videos this week. I really don't know what I'm going to make any videos on. Hopefully some cool news drops. I can bring it to you, give you my thoughts on it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could always get creative and spend a ton of time on a video in terms of like the history of Lexus or things like that. But those videos like that would probably take 2 weeks of my time. And I'm currently not a full-time YouTuber, so I don't have the ability to do stuff like that. Kansu, you know this is my first time ever being on your stream. I think I knew that. I think I've seen you on the comments of my videos though. So you're no stranger. What cars besides the LC get structural blue? The LC. And they only made 100 of them, I think. Is that right? Maybe 300? Maybe 300. Really good first experience. Cool, man. I'm glad you liked the stream. I try to do it every Sunday. So for you, it'd be like Monday around 12 o'clock or something, noon. But yeah. Thanks guys for tuning in tonight. Thanks Javier for donating that buckaroo. And last questions. I'll give you guys like a couple more minutes because I'm really tired. I had a busy day, so. All right, well, guys, I will see you in my upcoming videos, probably in the next stream as well, if you can make it. Thanks for stopping out tonight, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.